She ran away from love. She turned her back on everything. But in Season 3, Nan St. George returns. And this time, she's not playing by anyone's rules. The Buccaneers are back, and what's coming next is something no one expected. Not the fans, not the critics. Not even the characters themselves. Season 3 of the Buccaneers is just around the corner. And the trailer has left fans breathless. It's not just another chapter, it's a storm brewing under corsets and candlelight. The stakes are bigger. The betrayals are deeper, and the love stories. They're about to get complicated. From the very first second of the trailer, you feel it? This isn't the same world we left behind at the end of Season 2. The music is darker, slower, there's a chill in the air, even though the ballroom is full of diamonds and champagne. Nan stands at the center, alone, her eyes sharp and her voice silent. She's not the girl who crossed the sea from America. She's a woman who's lost everything and plans to take something back. But this isn't just Nan's story anymore. The Buccaneers, once a group of playful, rebellious American girls, have become symbols of defiance in a world ruled by appearances. In the short teaser, we see Conchita hiding a letter behind her back. We see Jinny's lips tremble as James closes a door on her. And we catch a flash of Mabel in a carriage, dressed in black, looking out at something or someone we can't quite see. There's a sense that everything's about to fall apart. Or come together in a dangerous new way. And then, just when you think you've figured out the tone, it shifts again. A candle blows out. A masked figure walks into the room. A hand is grabbed in the dark. Someone whispers, "It's too late now." The trailer doesn't give away much, but that's what makes it more powerful. It invites us to question everything we thought we knew about these characters. If Season 2 was about falling in love with England's glittering high society, Season 3 is about burning it down. Not with fire, but with truth, revenge, and independence. These women aren't just navigating love anymore. They're fighting for control. Over their lives. Over their choices. Over what kind of story they're allowed to live. And here's where it gets interesting. Fans have already started decoding the teaser, frame by frame. They've spotted subtle costume changes, secret messages written in the background, and even a hint at a possible new character whose face is never shown. The internet is buzzing, and the trailer is only adding fuel to the fire. In one of the final moments of the teaser, Nan stands face to face with Lionel. No words are spoken. Just a long, painful silence. You can almost hear the unsaid things. Between them, the regrets, the betrayal, the what-ifs, and then she walks away. Alone. That shot tells you everything. Season 3 is going to break hearts. Maybe even yours. But it's not just about heartbreak. It's about power. Season 3 promises more than drama. It promises change. Growth, revenge, healing, and above all, transformation. Because sometimes, before a woman can rise, the world around her has to fall. Before we dive too deep into what Season 3 is about to bring, let's take a moment to remember how things ended in Season 2. Because every twist that's coming starts with the choices made at the end of the last season. At the center of it all was Nan St. George, fierce, bold, and always a little wild. But in the final moments of Season 2, even she looked defeated. After discovering the dark truth about her real father, and facing the reality that her wealth and place in society were built on secrets and shame, Nan made a decision no one saw coming. She ran. She left behind Lionel, the one man who truly loved her, and stepped away from the world that tried to shape her into something she wasn't. It wasn't a dramatic goodbye, just silence and distance. But for fans, it felt like a heartbreak we weren't ready for. And what about Lionel? Poor Lionel. He gave up everything for her. His title, his reputation, and maybe even his future. All because he believed in Nan. But she left him behind. Not because she didn't love him, but maybe because she didn't love herself enough yet. He was last seen staring into the fire, completely still. That look in his eyes. It wasn't anger, it was loss. And it might just turn into something darker in Season 3. Meanwhile, Jinny is still trapped in a life she didn't choose. Her marriage to James is falling apart. It's not just coldness anymore, it's fear. He controls her every move, her every breath. And yet, she's too scared to leave. In one heartbreaking scene near the end of Season 2, Jinny tried to confide in Nan, but even that moment slipped through her fingers. The loneliness on her face said it all. But now, with Nan gone and James growing more distant, how much longer Can she hold on? Asterisk Conchita, once the life of the party, is also facing her own battles. Her fiery spirit hasn't died, but the weight of motherhood and high society's judgment is taking a toll. Her relationship with Lord Richard is on shaky ground, not because they don't love each other, but because the world around them keeps trying to tear them apart. In the final episodes, we saw her laugh less, worry more, and begin to question whether this life in England is truly worth it. Asterisk, and then there's Mabel, quiet, observant, and maybe the most underestimated of them all. While everyone else was caught up in romance and scandal, Mabel was watching, learning. In one key scene near the finale, she stared at herself in the mirror, not with sadness, but with a strange sort of clarity, like someone who finally sees the truth. There's been speculation among fans that Mabel's story is going to take a huge turn in Season 3, especially regarding her sexuality and her true desires, which were only hinted at before. Asterisk, we also can't forget about Guy. He's been a loyal friend, a patient admirer, and a constant support. But in Season 2's final chapters, he was left behind just like Lionel. Watching Nan disappear from his life. Again, he said nothing, but the silence spoke louder than words. Will he return in Season 3 with new intentions? Or will he finally move on? Asterisk Season 2 ended with everyone broken in some way. Friendships were tested. Secrets were exposed. Dreams were shattered. But that's exactly what sets the stage for a powerful comeback. Because now, the girls aren't just guests in British high society, they've become the storm it never saw coming. Asterisk, each of them is standing at the edge of something, a decision, a change, a rebellion. And the way Season 2 closed the door on their pasts means Season 3 is ready to blow open a new future, one that might be darker, but definitely more honest. Asterisk, so now we ask, where will they go from here? Asterisk, let's talk about the Season 3 trailer, the one that sent the entire fandom into a frenzy. It may only be a minute or two long, but every single frame is packed with mystery, emotion, and hidden messages. Blink, and you'll miss something important. This isn't just a trailer, it's a puzzle, and we're about to break it down, piece by piece. Asterisk, it opens with silence. Just a soft breeze and the sound of waves. We see Nan walking alone on a cliffside. Her hair is loose, her dress simple. She looks free but not happy. There's a weight in her steps. This isn't the Nan we first met in Season 1. She's older now, not in age, but in soul. Life has changed her. Then, a voice cuts in. It's Lionel's. He says only 5 words. You don't belong there, Nan. That single line sets the tone. The tension, the unfinished business. Asterisk then, a flash. A ballroom filled with candles. Faces hidden by masks. The camera moves fast. Too fast. We only catch glimpses, Jinny's tear-streaked face, Guy walking through fog, Mabel in a suit, standing confidently, looking directly into the camera. This moment is big. Fans are already calling it Mabel's rise. And some believe this season could finally explore her story more deeply, especially her identity and personal strength. Asterisk, the next scene is quieter. Conchita is holding her baby, rocking him gently, but her eyes aren't on him. They're on something or someone off-screen. Then a hand reaches into the frame, and she quickly turns away. There's tension, possibly even fear. Could her marriage be in danger? Or is someone threatening her family? Asterisk, we move to a shadowy library next. James is there. Alone, writing a letter and then burning it in the fireplace. This man is spiraling, and it's clear from his movements. He's pacing, angry. At one point, he slams his fist on the table. This is a version of James we haven't fully seen, not yet. But Season 3 might be where he completely loses control. And that means danger for Jinny. Asterisk then, there's the garden scene. Soft light, morning dew, and Nan, again, but this time, she's not alone. Lionel is there. They're standing apart, just a few feet, but it feels like miles. Neither speaks. Instead, the trailer uses music to speak for them, a soft, haunting violin. Their eyes meet. You expect a kiss, a hug, something, but it doesn't come. Instead, Nan turns and walks away. Again, the silence between them is heavier than words. This shot has become one of the most talked about moments from the trailer. Fans are wondering, is this goodbye, or a new beginning? Asterisk cut to a masked ball. Bright lights, laughing guests, a slow-motion scene shows a woman in a red dress collapsing. People gather, but one figure walks calmly away. We never see their face. Just a gloved hand and a ring. A new villain. A hidden betrayal. A secret death. This moment is totally out of place with the romantic tone the show usually has, and that's why it's so shocking. Season 3 might take a darker turn than we're used to. Now let's get into what everyone's talking about, the shocking twist teased in the trailer. And the fan theories that are spreading like wildfire online. It's clear from the trailer that the Buccaneers is heading in a new direction, but what exactly is that twist? What is Season 3 hiding behind all those glances, all that silence, all those shadows? Let's start with the biggest rumor: someone dies. In the final few seconds of the trailer, there's a scene so quick, you could miss it, a body falling into water. It's dark, the moonlight is faint, and the splash is loud. Fans have slowed it down, analyzed it, and debated over who it might be. Some say it's James. Some believe it could be Guy. A few even fear it's Conchita in a desperate escape from something gone terribly wrong. The theory: a major character won't survive the season. Not because of illness or accident, but because of choices, consequences, and maybe revenge. This twist would change everything. It would raise the stakes, show the real dangers these women are facing, and push the story into darker, more serious territory. It would no longer be just about marriage and manners. It would be about life and death, power and survival. Another theory focuses on Nan's true identity. We already know her birth was the result of a secret affair, and her father isn't who she thought he was. But what if there's more to that story? One fan theory suggests Nan is connected by blood to a powerful British family, possibly even one of the royal ones. That would mean her presence in London's high society isn't just scandalous, it's dangerous. It would also explain why so many people are working to silence her, keep her out of the spotlight, or pull her into unwanted marriages. She may have more power than she realizes, and Season 3 might be the moment she claims it. Then there's Mabel's story, which many believe will be the most important arc of the season. In the trailer, we see her dressed in a way that clearly goes against society's rules, standing tall, unafraid. There's talk among fans that Mabel may fall in love not with a man, but with a woman. This would be a massive turning point for the show. Not just because of the romance, but because of what it represents. A bold step toward truth, identity, and the right to love freely, no matter the time period. If true, this twist could make Mabel the heart of the season. Another major theory: Conchita leaves England. She's never truly belonged in this world. She's too loud, too proud, too American. The trailer shows her looking out a window, suitcase beside her, tears in her eyes. Is she saying goodbye to her husband, to her child, or is she finally choosing to go back home, to live life on her own terms? This twist would be painful, but powerful. Now, let's talk about James. In Season 2, he went from charming to cold, controlling, cruel, but in the trailer, he looks completely unhinged. There's fire in his eyes, fear in his voice. One theory suggests that James may commit the ultimate betrayal, not just against Jinny, but against Nan. Some believe he'll try to ruin her, using secrets from her past to destroy her reputation. Others think he may go even further. Could he be responsible for the death hinted at in the trailer? Could he be the masked figure walking away from the fallen woman? If this is true, then Season 3 might end with James facing a reckoning, legal, emotional, or both. And what about Lionel and Nan? Their love has always been complicated. Passionate, but messy. Honest, but painful. The final trailer scene, where Nan says this time, "I choose myself," has sparked endless speculation. Does it mean she rejects Lionel? Walks away for good? Or could it mean she's finally choosing love on her terms, without guilt or fear? Some fans think they'll reunite in the finale. Others believe Lionel will move on, and Nan will finally find peace on her own. One last theory that's gotten a lot of attention: a betrayal from within the Buccaneers themselves. The girls have always been loyal, wild and rebellious, but loyal. But now, as their lives fall apart, someone might break that bond. Someone might turn their back. Maybe for safety. Maybe for status. Maybe for revenge. Fans have guessed Mabel, even Jinny, but no one knows for sure. If this happens, it would be the most painful twist of all. Not losing love, but losing friendship. In the end, what makes the Buccaneers so powerful isn't just the drama, it's the way the show mixes fantasy with reality. Behind the gowns and gold is a real message. about freedom, about womanhood, about choosing yourself when the world tells you not to. Asterisk, and that's what the twist in Season 3 is really about. Not just who dies or who kisses who, but who survives, who breaks the rules, who dares to be more than what society says she should be. Asterisk, this season promises heartbreak. Yes, but it also promises truth. And for the Buccaneers, that may be the most dangerous thing of all. Asterisk, now that we've gone through the twists and theories, let's look ahead. What can we really expect from Season 3 of the Buccaneers? Asterisk, first, and most importantly, this season is about transformation. Every single character is standing on the edge of change. Their old lives, the gowns, the balls, the lies, and the quiet suffering are no longer enough. Season 3 doesn't just move the story forward, it breaks the mold. Asterisk, let's start with Nan. From the very beginning, she's been the soul of this series, wild, honest, and unwilling to fit into the box society built for her. But now, she's seen the cost of rebellion. She's lost love, she's learned the truth about her family. She's run away, and now she's coming back, stronger, but more alone than ever. This season, expect Nan to fight not just for herself, but for something bigger, her voice, her identity, her right to live freely in a world that punishes women for being bold. Asterisk, but don't expect an easy journey. She may clash with the people she once loved, Lionel, Guy, maybe even her sister Jinny, because Nan is no longer the girl who needs saving. She's becoming the woman who saves herself. Asterisk, Lionel too has a path ahead that's full of uncertainty. He sacrificed everything for Nan and was left behind. In Season 3, we may see him build a life without her, or fight to win her back. But either way, Lionel's character will face a deep emotional shift. Will he remain the steady, loyal man we know, or will heartbreak change him? Asterisk, Jinny's story may be the most emotionally intense. She's trapped in a marriage that's slowly suffocating her. But signs from the trailer suggest she may finally be ready to break free. Whether that means divorce, escape, or confrontation, one thing is clear: Jinny is going to stop being silent. She's going to stop smiling through the pain. And when she does, her voice might be the loudest of them all. Asterisk, Mabel, often quiet in earlier seasons, could become the most surprising character this year. The trailer hints at a personal revolution in fashion, in confidence, and in love. If the show follows through with what it's been teasing, Mabel may finally step out of the shadows and into her truth. And fans are ready for it. Expect her to be bold, beautiful, and unapologetic in every way. Asterisk, Conchita, once the most carefree of the group, will face her hardest questions yet. What does it mean to be a mother in a society that doesn't respect her? What does it mean to be a wife when the walls are closing in? Her fiery spirit will still shine, but Season 3 might force her to choose between love and freedom. And, no matter which path she takes, it will cost her something. Asterisk, and what about the men? Guy may return, but not as the patient observer we remember. The trailer shows him wandering alone, and fans wonder if he'll finally take control of his own story. James, meanwhile, seems more unstable than ever. Season 3 may finally show the full extent of his cruelty and the consequences that follow. Asterisk, beyond the characters. This season will explore larger themes too. Love versus independence. Can you love someone and still choose yourself first? That's the question every woman in this show is facing. And Season 3 may finally give us answers. Messy, complicated, human answers. Reputation versus truth. Society wants women to be quiet, beautiful, obedient. But the Buccaneers were never meant to play by those rules. In this season, expect more confrontations with the rules of marriage, with the weight of shame, and with the people who demand perfection. Freedom versus safety. Do you stay where it's safe, even if it's suffocating? Or do you walk into the unknown and claim your life, your way? For Jinny, Conchita, and even Nan, this may be the season they stop surviving and start living. Loyalty versus betrayal. The friendships between these women have always been strong, but nothing stays perfect. Season 3 might test their trust. Someone may walk away. Someone may choose survival over sisterhood, but others will fight to hold on, to protect what matters, even if it hurts. Asterisk, visually. Expect this season to be darker, sharper, and more emotionally intense. Gone are the wide, golden-lit landscapes. In their place are candlelit rooms, stormy skies, and cold stares. The show is growing up, and so are its characters. Asterisk, emotionally. Prepare for a roller coaster. There will be romance, but it won't be simple. There will be hope, but it won't come easy. There may be moments where your heart breaks. Where you want to scream at the screen. Where you want to reach in and hold these women as they fight to be heard, seen, and loved on their terms. Asterisk Season 3 is a rebellion. A love letter. A final stand. Asterisk so, prepare yourself. The gowns may still sparkle. The dances may still swirl. But this time, the Buccaneers aren't just dancing for fun. They're dancing for freedom.